Welcome everybody to the first match of GSA Endless Expert Mario Maker 2 Week 9. I am Sean47 here with Avalon in the booth, and we have a great one for you today. Doomsday 31415 versus Dimitri. As we take a look at the standings now, Dimitri is in third place with a 6-2 record, and Doomsday right behind him with a 5-2 record. I believe he has 2 matches coming up today. Avalon will tell you more about the match stat.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, like you say, Doomsday Pie having a second match today where one was postponed from last week. So although he's a win behind with that 6-2 to 5-2, he could easily pull that back today, whether he goes ahead with this game or not. He's still got the 2 losses. It should be a close game, only one average clear point between the two of them, with Dimitri on 7.4 and Doom on 8.4. So a real close game as we get into this first race.
Are they on?
They're on different stages.
Levels? Interesting. I think we might have missed 10 seconds of one of them skipping. Probably Doomsday skipping what looks to be a troll level on Dimitri's side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is, but that's quite a surprising start.
Yeah, both Dimitri and Doomsday are in the chat, so I'm sure they could tell us what happened. And Doomsday looks to have used what I can only assume is his second skip.
With Doom saying this actually isn't the correct footage, so
Oh.
Maybe from a different race or a later round.
Yeah.
So we'll focus on Dimitri.
You might be seeing a preview of his second match. Yep, no rush. Yeah, so Dimitri and Doomsday were 2 players that very few people knew about, as they both came into the league via the qualifiers that we had at the beginning of the season. And they are both very active on the Discord, which y'all should join if you interact with some of the Mario Maker players and discussions about the format.
Yeah, I mean, Doomsday Pie, a great resource. He really understands the mechanics and the details of the game. He can see what other runners are doing well, and he can really sort of articulate on why it's good or bad. And Dimitri, really a runner who came from nowhere. A lot of the other runners didn't know the name when this started, and he's really upset this league quite a lot, especially with the Chocobo win that he had last week. Really, really close game that was, and Dimitri coming out on top of it.
Yeah, definitely. I believe IPK last season recommended Dimitri to join this league, and he is coming right for IPK, as you can see in the standings, only 1 loss behind. What are you looking forward to see in this match?
For me, this match will be the chance for Doomsday to really reset himself and prove his value to this league. I mean, he's consistently winning and he's got a consistently high clear rate. But it'll be great to see him knock down Dimitri if the opportunity arises for him, because Dimitri, like I said, he's just come out of nowhere and he's been very, very unstoppable recently.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm personally am looking forward to is how they both attack the particular types of levels. As we have seen, Doomsday is really good with troll levels and figuring out what the creator wants you to not do, whereas Dimitri has been a little bit more precise on speedrun level. So certainly each of these runners having a special.
Yeah, it definitely comes back to what I was talking about with Doomsday's game knowledge, really, really deep game knowledge, and Dimitri just such a skillful player, really living up to IPK's recommendation there. So this should be a really close match, I'm thinking, and I really, really am looking forward to seeing these two go head-to-head.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any predictions for the match outcome?
Well, I mean, like you said on the Discord, we talk about this quite regularly, and I actually predicted Dimitri to go 2-1 in this game against Doom. I did get a couple of angry eyes sent to me from Doom because of that, but it should be should still be close. It could go either way. A lot of people were predicting Doom would take the win. A lot of people, saying that Dimitri could clutch it. It just have to wait and see. Like I say, it's going to be a really close match. Only 1 point between their clear average.
Yeah, I personally had Doom 2-1, but that is mostly due to my personal interactions with Dimitri. I like to call King Doom in the chat, as it looks like the footage is ready and we will get to see this match.
Yeah, one great thing about this match will be having where it's pre-recorded. Both runners will be in the game, in the chat, sorry, and although they won't be giving away what's coming up because they know, whereas we don't. This is the first time we're seeing this, but they'll be able to talk about, the decisions they make whilst making the runs.
Yeah, it looks like Doomsday ignoring a few of the exclamation blocks initially and getting that quick clear.
Yeah, what an incredibly fast clear that was.
Yeah, demonstrating that ability to scout out the levels as Dimitri falls off the thwomp to the abyss. Demonstrating that ability to scout these levels on his first attempt and run through them very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem is obviously we saw how this ends for Dimitri, and we know that he clutches this out with a world record finish as well. But it should be good. Tonight we got a really good setup, but Doom will be playing twice, which is probably why this game is pre-recorded. So he'll be back for our 6th game of the evening versus Feeney. So it could be quite a varied match set for him today.
Yeah, if Doom goes 2-0 today, he will cement himself in one of the top 3 outside of IPK and low curbs, as he is into his 3rd level in Nivelle Troll.
Yeah, a quick couple of clears really for both front. Oh, Dimitri's just fallen short, but definitely a quick couple of clears. Like you say, look how quick Doomsday has sniffed out something up there. It's like you say, he just seems to know what these creators are thinking constantly.
Yeah, seems to be a very classic troll level so far, as he knows the Kaizo blocks are there and then falls right into the spikes nonetheless.
Yeah, it looks like it's more of one of the older style troll levels that aren't so focused on confusing the player and more just stopping the player at unexpected moments. Dimitri taking a change in tactics this time, taking the pipe instead of trying to propeller his way to the end. It's a shame because he was so close to it. Maybe he thinks he can't quite make it all the way over.
Yeah, so he's trying the bonsai bills again as Doom learns the lore of the level. I think he figured out that he has to go through one of the doors as Dimitri ties it up.
Yeah, but score saying 2-2 is one thing, but the extra time Doom has had in this rather interesting level could really make a big difference as he takes the clear as I speak. Be interested to see how much time Dimitri sinks into this level.
Yep. See, we saw Doom finding a couple quick areas in the level to go through. Let's see if Dimitri... Oh, he has a little trouble with the spike draw.
Yeah, those spike hitboxes really changing in SMM2, really growing outside of what they appear to be. So these single little drops that Dimitri has to do there are almost pixel perfect as he finds himself that invisible block to bounce himself into the swords.
Yep, Doom using a skip on Crystal Cabins now in another level with a lot of springs, and he needs one in order to fulfill the clear condition.
Yeah, very interesting clear condition, especially when you can only pick up the vertical springs. So all of these sideways springs, useless to him, apart from maybe gaining a little momentum.
See, Dimitri tries the jump, and the outcome ends the same as Doom's did. Oh, there's the trampoline for Doom.
Yeah, Dimitri now finding his way up the top there, but Doom clearing up.
Yeah, Doom 4, Dimitri 2. It's still early, less than 5 minutes to go. And now Dimitri is probably going to try the door. That will take him to the end.
Yep.
There you go.
So it's lucky that neither runner chose to skip that level. It turned out to be quite simple despite looking like quite a horrid level. Doom in more technical level now, just testing those techniques. This one a power drop with a nice reset door.
And he's got it on his third try. It was the charm for Doom. And you can see on his webcam, he's very happy with that clear.
Yeah, very, very happy person there. It's always nice to see Doom's webcam because he's quite an emotive player. If you check out his normal streams as well, again, always quite emotive. Good fun to watch whilst you're with him. Dimitri now entering into that spring level, also choosing to skip the crystal caverns.
Yeah, this was a fairly quick clear for Doomsday. Let's see if Dimitri can match that. As Doomsday gets skewered by the icicle.
Yeah, Doom in a 3D world level. They're always great to see these levels because they're a little bit rarer than other levels, or other level types. I find you tend to see the expert level dominated by the 2D modes. So it's quite fun to see a 3D world.
That was well played by Doomsday, just landing right around the spike boxes, and was able to get his 6th clear a little over 6 minutes in.
Dimitri in a really unfortunate situation, you know, he made it to the flag with the spring, but got bounced down between the two, wasting another sort of 10 seconds as he tries to make his way back up. That was heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, now Doom needing 44 coins. I believe the clear condition was at least, so there should be more than that.
Yeah, always want to watch these collect them sort of levels, especially with that donut in quite a difficult position there. But Dimitri having a chance to show his technical prowess with this power jump, getting it so quickly there, and closing a bit of that time gap between the two runners.
Doom finding an 8-coin section that he needs to use the Koopa break the blocks to get to. And there you go. As Dimitri heads into Red Pal.
Yeah, Doom finding the end now, but not having the coins that he needs. You know, he's going to have to work out how he's going to break these bricks or what other coins he's going to get. There's the sexy stiletto, ready for him to make his way down through those bricks and pick up those 6 coins there.
Still needs a few more.
Yeah, I think he just saw them there above the cannon. There's 3 there. Real big time sink, these levels, you know. It seems like a simple level in terms of player skill, but the time that Doom's having to put into finding these coins is really starting to add up and could really close the gap with Dimitri, especially if he then chooses to skip this same level.
Yeah, at this point, he's just quite literally searching for the coins, and he seems to have found them. I believe there were coins up there.
Yeah.
Finds the vine, that gives him the way up.
Sniffing out that vine easily, but still not having enough coins as he chooses to skip the level after sinking a good sort of minute and a half into it.
And then on Dimitri's side, getting swamped off the platform into the abyss.
Yeah, Dimitri not seeming to quite understand this level in the same way that Doom understood it. Doom was, I thought, quite quick on it. You know, he made a couple of mistakes with the ice block and so forth. But Dimitri here is definitely taking a little bit longer.
Yeah, certainly. Let's see if he can make it through. Heads through the last section. And then I believe the flag is in sight. And there it is for Dimitri. And the deficit is back to 1.
Yeah, 5-6 with 5 minutes on the clock. Very, very close game between these two. We'll see how Dimitri copes with this find the coins.
Yeah, it was very frustrating for Doomsday as he sunk quite a bit of time searching for them. Let's see if Dimitri spends the same amount.
Yeah, you were correct though. It definitely does say at least 44 coins. So obviously those ones that Doom found, there are definitely more that he could have found before skipping. But Dimitri making a smart decision there and skipping that level very quickly.
Yep, and there we go. Same level, same amount of clears, same amount of skips used. 4.5 to go.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out from Doom or Dimitri whilst they're in the chat. When they're not running, do they go back to these levels with the clear conditions that they skipped and try it in their own time when they're not on such a tight timer?
See Doom finding the end, and he has the lead back with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Dimitri just trying to catch him up now. The time difference between the two really showing here as Doomsday had so much more knowledge on that level.
Another adventure level for Doom. You have been capped.
Yeah, using his final skip there just to get out of it. You know, for clarity around the rules on skipping, each runner has the option to skip 3 levels, after which they can choose to take another skip, but it will cost them a clear, so giving them a -1 for the level. Could make a big difference in game, the skip timing. But, you know, with 3 minutes on the clock, you've got to ask what levels are you going to see? Are you going to need that skip? Doomsday deciding that he won't.
Doomsday shrugging, as that was a 30-second timer for a 10-second level.
Yeah, Dimitri just making his way onto this kind of tight area of this level. Unfortunately, being shot in the face by that cannon. Bullet Bill just cleanly mashing against him. Doom in another precise level, practicing his spring drops. How do you find these sort of things, Sean? The spring drops and such?
Well, obviously they're very difficult to do, but Doomsday making it substantially easier on yourself by if you throw the spring against the wall, that allows a little bit more time for you to get over it and jump. So certainly very difficult, but Doomsday having no problem with the first one and having a little bit more with the shell jump, but he's got it and he has a 3 clear lead.
Yeah, massive. Those few short levels there, really creating differences. Dimitri there clearing up that odd adventure level there. I'll leave you to read the name of Doom's level.
Nazo Nazo, I believe was the level title. And it is a link level.
Looks like a bit of a multi-path level. We'll see how Dimitri does in this 30-second, 10-second level. How long it takes him to do it. You know, like we saw Doom taking quite a quick time on it.
Yeah, it just seems to be a multi-path level as Dimitri takes a death on the 30-second, 10-second level.
Yeah, looking for the cheese, finding the cheese. Dimitri just sensing something off of that level as he sets the world record at just 5 seconds. With a minute on a clock, we'll see how he gets through this tight Kaizo level, well, Kaizo training level.
Yep, if Dimitri can clear this in under a minute, we will have overtime. As I'm not 100% sure Doom can make it through these Bowser fight. And
Yeah,
he's lost
losing his link.
And Dimitri, 30 seconds to make a shell jump. Can he do it?
Doom having to make some tough choices with the keys here.
He's got it!
Unfortunately, making the wrong choice. Dimitri tying it up with 10 seconds on the clock, and Doom with no keys left.
And it will be overtime, 9-9. As I believe overtime will be the Puzzler, Super Mario World level.
Always great fun to see overtime with two runners on the same level. No ability to skip, no ability to switch the level, just have to beat that level, and then whoever beats it first obviously taking the round.
Yep, and let's see how both these runners attack what I can only assume to be a puzzle level. We shall see.
Yeah, Doomsday Pie there pointing out in chat that the correct door that he needed was the one that he chose to walk away from, so that must be upsetting for him.
That's unfortunate. As both these runners try and figure out which level to start the overtime on. You can see Doomsday on Discord. I assume on Discord at least.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it with the pre-recorded runs. I'd imagine it's the same as the live ones where they sit in a Discord call with us or with Milo or whoever is restreaming and go from there.
Yep, it is the Puzzler. Super Mario World level. Let's see how much of a puzzle it is. 33-second world record, 8% clear rate, and now cheese by Milo.
Yeah. Always good to see that. It's nice to see when when creators have taken their level and gone through them again to sort of really close it out and make sure that it is as perfect as what they had in their head when they started. The runner's now entering the level.
We've seen Milo restream. Let's see how Milo can build a level. Dimitri in the early lead, picking up neither of them choosing to pick up the shell as they both picked up the mushroom instead.
Yeah, having to obviously wait out the mushroom. Dimitri finding that hidden block, which just a little bit unfortunate for him there. Dimitri choosing to look a little bit further into level. Oh, throwing the bomb the wrong way. He could have made it back through there.
Oh,
And Doomsday rushing.
as Doom does a similar thing, throws the bomb towards the right direction, but he takes a spike instead. It's Dimitri having a good amount of trouble making it through without the mushroom, so he's just choosing to go with it. This could be the cheese that Milo was saying was avoided.
I think now is a good time to talk about how these levels are selected. All these levels are from a expert endless run, and any level with a world record of 90 seconds or less is used for these runners to go through. There's no vetting process. None of the levels are tested first, so you can end up with interesting puzzle levels like this, speedrun levels, or troll levels like we saw in that first round race. So it could be literally anything as long as the world record is less than 90 seconds. Worth noting though, these levels are normally optimized and may not fit that 90-second guideline so well. Doomsday taking the clear as Dimitri just figures it out. Dimitri had it figured out, but unfortunately not using his iframes quite well enough, whereas Doom immediately getting that key in straight through the door. Great work for Doom taking the first set of 3 in that overtime race. So we're now
Okay,
getting ready for that
perfect.
second set.
My mic stopped working for a second, but I'm back. And Doomsday, you can see the grin on his face. He's taking the first overtime, and with it, chance to maintain his spot in the top 4.
Yeah, definitely a great point of pride. I mean, both of these players guaranteed places in playoffs at this point in the season, but for Doom, it's definitely a chance for him to really maintain that pride of staying in the top 3, grouped with IPK and Lil Curves up there. So I'm sure he'll be looking for this win, whereas Dimitri's still trying to prove himself as a new player in this league, try to live up to that recommendation that comes from IPK.
Yeah, and it's almost a 21% clear rate on this level. So certainly should not be difficult for either of these runners to clear.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice of level, as it said it was a 2-player level, but now just appearing to be a simple Link tech level, just teaching you how to get through things as Link.
Yeah, I haven't seen yet anything that would show that it's a 2-player level, as Doomsday ignoring the Super Bowl, proving to be a wise choice as Dimitri finds out that he cannot make it through the next section with that power-up.
Yeah, real smart from Doom, as he unfortunately loses the power-up and not having enough iframes to make it through those piranha plants.
Yep,
So
and
Doom,
yeah, he's out.
yeah,
He's in the
out of that
last
level. I mean, he put a solid minute into it. I suppose he's thinking, I don't want to waste much more time in that level.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Even though it was a long level, as you said, it was still seemed to be a fairly easy level. But
Yeah, like you
Doomsday's
said at the
out and
start.
he is into the piranha.
But yeah, like you said, a relatively high clear percentage on this Link level. So interesting to see Doom choose to skip it.
Yeah, and looks to be in a substantially harder level because of it.
Dimitri just fighting this Bowser now, taking that clear, earning himself both the clear lead and the skip lead. Although Doom obviously having a much better understanding of this second level at this time.
Yeah, but Doom also not knowing where to go at this point. So there's not much lore that has been gained so far as he finds the Kaizo block.
You saw the look on his face as his head bonks on that block.
And he gets bonked by a piranha.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how long Dimitri takes to find that block. You know, with both runners in chat, they have the lucky opportunity to actually look for that. But Dimitri actually using the squids to bounce over the top, which, you know, Doom was trying, but just couldn't seem to get it right until the block appeared for him.
Yep, and right on cue, the squids giveth, the squids taketh away as they sent Dimitri into the fireball. And Doomsday has now tied it up.
Yeah, Doomsday getting that clear. Real slow start for Doomsday, but great for him to get off of that 0 as he pushes forward into the platformer level, named Platformer.
Hashtag DGR. You know what that means if you've seen any of this channel. It means a lot of troll.
Yes, you know, as far as players go, DGR has made, I'd say, more of an impact on this league than a lot of other players, and he's not even in it. The DGR levels have been coming through thick and fast.
Yep, as Dimitri takes the lead right back from Doomsday. No troll so far yet, but all it takes is one Kaizo block.
Yeah, so far the level's sticking to its name of being a platformer. Tight jump there between the spike and the falling platform, which Doom happily headbutts. but we'll see if it stays honest, because as we say, it seems to be an honest platforming level at this point.
Doom having a lot of trouble with that particular platform. Spikes on both sides. Very narrow jump to get across.
Yeah, the momentum of the platform obviously changing how your jumps line up as well. So real challenging set of jumps for Doom here.
He almost had it. He was one
no.
platform away from the pipe.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate. You could see he was there, and just an unfortunate slip and slide as he falls back down onto another spike. Dimitri, however, making it.
Yep, picking up the key, and we'll pick up the clear along with it as Doom falls further and further behind. 2 clear deficit, 1 skip deficit.
Yeah, not a great position to be in after 5 minutes.
Yeah, fortunate that 5 minutes elapsed the 5 minute remaining, as Doom still has plenty of time to come back. But Dimitri picking up Bob on Battlefield 7-second world record.
Oh my lord. I was hoping for something like the Super Mario 64 level, and that is not what I was given.
No. As he finds the Death Star.
Yep. Dimitri finding that hidden block with the star. We always get a good opportunity for some level creation tips. And the one that tends to come out is stop using invisible blocks to hide stars and other power-ups. We'll see if Doom finds a star.
I was hovering right below it, but choosing not to jump there, and we'll try this again. Still has not found it on the second attempt as Dimitri enters a 5 red coin level.
Yeah, a chance to use the Super Bowl power-up in quite a fun way. You know, lining up these Super Bowls with the openings given to you by the donuts, items passing through them, and obviously Super Bowls also passing through them in order to collect these red coins. Quite a fun little challenge.
Yeah, Super Bowl also provides you with some fantastic music. We are not able to hear in the booth, but hopefully you guys are able to enjoy.
Doom now finding the star and just happily waltzing through the level.
Yeah, Dimitri also waltzing through that Super Bowl level and maintaining that clear lead of 2.
Yeah, definitely it looked like a fun level for Dimitri to play through. And I've still got the tune, you know, stuck in my head. Don't even need to hear it. I love it.
Dimitri entering an on-off switch level. Seems to be fairly straightforward so far.
Definitely looks it, but these levels I always get, you know, a little bit concerned. You've got to trust the level creator to time their on-off switches.
Yeah, so far this creator seems trustworthy, as Doom shooting his own Super Bowl, trying to make it through. Having a little bit of trouble with that shot, but he's now got it.
Yeah, taking a different route on the jump there, using the donut to bounce and get the angle. But Dimitri, another clear, really growing a lead in front of this now.
Yeah, Dimitri has one-shot 2 consecutive levels in a row, with the Super Bowl level having the same result, as Doom will also one-shot the Super Bowl level. And John Wayne with the 126 world record, another one of our runners.
Yeah, John Wayne actually in chat as well, so it'll be interesting to see how he chooses to reveal that knowledge to the runners.
For Dimitri, it did not matter. He was out of that level and into Jumpness Collection, I believe.
Yeah, collect at least 100 coins. You know, like you were talking about earlier, saying at least means there's got to be more than 100 coins, but still 100 is a lot.
Yep, but all it takes is 250 coins, and then you've got it. But that doesn't seem to be the case in this level yet.
Dimitri making the choice to leave a coin behind, obviously assuming the level creator's been a bit over the top.
Oh!
Evidently
not-
appears to be a don't look left level as well.
Yeah, I believe the level title must mean you can't jump, as he's navigating off these dry bone springs, etc. As Doom picks up the clear and cuts the deficit to 1.
Yes, I'm a winner.
Yeah, that very interesting sort of level design. And it also suggests that the 100 coins are all 100 collectible coins. If the blocks they're turning into coins would change it to at least.
And
Doom
Dimitri has
entering
the
the
clear
level.
condition and the clear. Doomsday also skipping that John Wayne record level. Dimitri heads into boost acts, the 112 world record. Dimitri with 2 skips, so could certainly afford to get out of this if he chose to.
Yeah, these levels, you know, they are often challenging and good fun, but in a race you don't want to have your speed defined by the level creator.
Seems to have to go back and forth with these boos on Lipton. And Doomsday jumping and finding out that he is not allowed to do so.
You know, as said before, it's really handy having Doom in chat, as he has told us that, you know, that level's set up on having off-screen skip squeaks. What a mouthful that was. The enemy that jumps when you jump with P switches above it, just to knock out the floor if you do choose to jump.
Interesting. Very good knowledge by Doomsday chat. Meanwhile, Dimitri racing ahead of these boost acts and picking up a checkpoint. Oh no, he's not picking up a checkpoint!
Yeah, choosing to drop out of that level there is so paused from that skip button.
And Doom is once again back down 1. That death becoming vital for Doom's chances. And right on cue, Dimitri makes another mistake, allowing Doom back into it.
Yeah, although Doom seeming to freeze up a little bit there.
I'm sure Milo will be on that soon. As Dimitri racing through his own level. No trouble at all so far.
Yeah, definitely appears to be that way. Quite amusing, actually, having both runners in chat where this game was pre-recorded. They've been fighting for our attention, so now Dimitri getting what he wants, as we have no choice but to focus only on his gameplay. Making his way through this star point.
See, running through the skewer section, and the axe is Dimitri.
Yeah,
Once again.
you know, very, very theatrical sort of run there through those skewers. As Doom, I'm assuming, is going through a night-themed level or something. I'm not sure, but
yeah, it must be a not well lit dark level.
yeah, every speedrunner's favorite sort of theme.
As Dimitri heads into lava puzzle and heads
And
out
he
of
heads out.
lava puzzle.
Yeah, that skip there really making a big difference for Dimitri in time terms. You don't want to get stuck in a puzzle level with a short amount of time on the clock. 115 coins in 10 seconds. That's...
It's not a 10-second level because the world record is a little bit over that, but certainly going to be a nice level as Dimitri's got it, and Doomsday is back online.
Yeah, appears that he's trying the lava puzzle.
Yeah, we can only assume, I think at this point, Doomsday facing a deficit of one clear. And a little over 30 seconds to go with this lava puzzle. And he takes the death, and that will be it. As this
Yeah,
lava
that bullet-
puzzle has a world record of 53 seconds. And
bullet
Dimitri will
bill
be
popped
running
up
through the
that.
Jimmy level.
It's everyone's favorite sort of level here.
And time will expire on Dimitri as we head to a now all-important Game 3. Dimitri won, Doomsday won.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we said at the start of the game this was going to be close. The predictions on the Discord were split, and now we get to see it. You know, we get to see where this game actually goes. Who is going to take this win in a really close game?
Yeah. Is there a particular aspect that you've seen between the two races that either of these runners need to either focus on or would be their specialty to win?
Yeah, well, you know, it's going back to, you know, what I said at the start. Doomsday's game knowledge is just incredible. He seems to know every possible technique. He seems to be able to understand every possible level creator's thought trains. But then Dimitri really has that skill down, the actual technical ability, really, really carefully mastered.
Yeah, certainly those things are very important. And we have the Dimitri is set up for Goomba Spin Jump. Looks to be a quick level. And this is one match for all the marbles. Will Doomsday get back into the top 3 with a win, or will Dimitri hold him off? We shall see. Right now. There you go. I was on time.
Yeah, I was holding my breath for you there, Sean. It just wasn't coming.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Oh,
What a technique.
Doomsday didn't get it, but Dimitri got it on his first attempt. He has the
Yeah.
early lead.
Really, really incredible. This is, you know, like I was saying, Dimitri's technical skill is just incredible. And levels like this really giving him the chance to show it off, taking that, now what I would say is about a 15-20 second lead straight away.
Yeah, if he can maintain that skill in this 20-second speed run, that could be the difference. As Doomsday
Yeah.
also picking up the clear.
Yeah, 20-second speed run, 19.44 on the world record there. So, you know, a very close, very tight timer on it as well. So it should be quite an honest speed run.
Yeah, Doomsday doing a little bit of the time sink with the first snowball throw. And does a lot more by running straight through the conveyor belt side. And both these runners forced to restart, effectively tied at this point.
Yeah, Dimitri taking a small bonk there as he comes to that on-off switch. See if that time matters as they come to the end.
And Doomsday's got it, and Dimitri is not. So now Doomsday with the 10-15 second lead.
Yeah, real swing back and forth here. Oh, Dimitri bonking off the on-off box again.
And he bonked on the conveyor belt section. Forced to restart once again. As Doomsday heads into why is Mario here?
Yeah, tagged with as a puzzle level. And with an odd clear condition of finishing with a superstar active.
Hopefully the puzzle is not where's the superstar. As Doomsday shorts the jump just a little bit. And that was all the spikes needed.
Oh, Dimitri just jumping a little bit too high, getting a nice little haircut on that skewer above him.
Yeah. As Doomsday progressing in this level, hitting the on-off switch, will this pipe be the 2 clear lead? It
There's the
is!
star. No!
No!
What an incredible idea there. Giving you the star, thinking you've got it all, but taking it away with unmovable objects.
Yep, the one thing a star cannot stop is falling cannonballs. Let's see, Doomsday now knows that. He should be able to clear it on this attempt. As Dimitri heads into the beginning of this level. He's got it. 3 for Doomsday, 2 for Dimitri.
Yeah, we'll see how Dimitri copes with this this star point in the level. See if he gets trapped in the same way that Doom did.
He makes the first jump. And Doomsday heads into an 11-second, I believe, Italian level? Or Irish level, my apologies.
Yeah, Doom now in a race to Thwomp level. Dimitri getting the star though.
Let's see, makes a run for it and ends up in the same spot as Doomsday.
Yeah, got to give a shout out to that level creator. Very creative idea there.
Yeah, very creative soft lock. As Doomsday having a little bit of trouble riding this thwomp across. And Dimitri takes the death similar to the first one that Doomsday took.
Yeah, losing his legs on that sword, just not quite getting the distance he thought. As Doom, you know, like we said, finding that cheese. Oh, but no, he fell behind the goal.
The skewers blocked him out from entering through the back, so once he was over, he was out.
But yeah, avoiding the pipe, choosing to not go through it, and just following the Thwomp, this time taking that clear, as Dimitri waits for the cannons to fall down.
Yeah,
This is what we come for every week. This race is so close.
Yeah, it remains to be Doomsday running ahead and Dimitri trying to chase him down. So far, Doomsday maintaining that lead, but all it takes is one slip up.
Dimitri taking the same technique as Doom there and riding the Thwomp instead of trying to race him on the platforms that the Thwomp takes away. Quite an interesting setup for a speedrun here that Doom's getting his way through though. Definitely good fun.
Oh! Just short! As Dimitri dies to the bomb, Doom knows the entire level and now knows how tight the timer is. So let's see if he can get it on this attempt. There it is for Doomsday. 2 clear lead.
Yeah, but Dimitri's still not able to work out this P-switch bomb section. And obviously Doom just skipped over the whole lot of it.
Yeah, Doomsday choosing to ride the Thwomp and head across that way. But Dimitri seems to be taking what I can only assume would be the creator's intended approach, heading through that pipe. This could be a substantial time sink if Dimitri chooses to go this way.
Yeah, now having to wait for the P-switch as well. As he goes through another tight jumping challenge, first with the Thwomp and now with a Skull Train.
Oh, meanwhile, Doom runs out of time just before the end of this 20-second speedrun. Another tight timer, 19.78 world record.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, those type timers against world records, because it implies to you that the level is honest. You know, it gives you the time that you need. When you see those levels with a 2-minute timer and a 30-second world record, you never really know what you're getting into. You don't know if it's been optimized or anything. Dimitri now trying to ride the Thwomp over. That's got to be a kick in the teeth for him, as he sees the skewers blocking the flag and tape.
Yep, now finds out as Doomsday did, he can't go from the back. And the tape will not reach where he is as Doomsday picks up yet another clear, doubling Dimitri's clear count, and Dimitri says no to that and picks up his 4th clear.
Yeah, I mean, we're still just under half time left to go. It's a real close race still. You know, the next couple of levels that Dimitri have to face are quite short. Sorry. So although the clears are now 2 in between them, they're time-wise they're not far apart.
Yeah, but in exchange for those short clears, he has some very tight timers coming. Doomsday having a little bit of problem on each of those levels, but not with this 22nd level, as he picks up yet another clear. Let's see if Dimitri can make it through this level on his first attempt. Doomsday fell just short of his.
Yeah, Dimitri not going to be able to make it with that time, but he sees the end. This level that Doom now going into called something, which I mean, it could be anything really. Hopefully
It's
not
certainly
too
something.
much.
As Dimitri runs out of time once again, forced to restart. See, Doom needing to make a shell jump. He got it in the second race on the Kaizo trick level. Having a little bit more trouble with it here and choosing to go through the pipe.
Oh, Dimitri just not getting the height on the throw, getting the shell not into the section that he needed to with the on-off switch in there.
Yeah, Doom choosing to skip that level, entering Snow Symphony.
There it is for Dimitri. Clearing up. Doom appearing to be in a one-screen puzzle level.
Yeah, surprised to see Doom sticking with a puzzle level. Must have some idea about what he can do.
Yeah, having to think about how to use the power block. Obviously, if he throws it, the bomb will die also. So not as simple, but finding the hidden block with the bomb in it.
Yeah, I believe needing that in order to make it through. As he hits, or no, he does not get the P-switch with the snowball. Forced to skip.
Dimitri making his way very skillfully through speedrun, but unfortunately puncturing his toad hat on the top of the screen there with the spikes.
Yep, as Doomsday heads into Bowser boss battle. There it is, the boss coming up.
Yeah, Dimitri though getting the clear on that speedrun as Doom now gonna have to slaughter Bowser, make a nice little Bowser kebab, and then make his way through his keyboard.
Yep, I believe it is 40 fireballs. He has now done it, and will now pick up the clear 6-8 for Doomsday. As Dimitri heads into the 20-second speedrun.
Really appreciating Luigi's stance there as he almost looks like he's just watching Bowser fall into the lava with a sort of malicious grin on his face.
Yeah, for Dimitri, this level was one of the loosest timers, and right on cue, he picks it up. Deficit is back to 1 as Doomsday heads into 99% impossible Swedish level.
And making probably a smart decision to come straight out of the impossible level. Or impossible level.
My first true. Let's hope that this creator's a good game designer. And right on cue is Pick a Pipe.
Pick a Pipe, everyone's favorite. Doom opting to not pick and just go over the top.
And he's seen the flag now.
Yeah.
He knows where to go to pick up the clear.
I guess none of the pipes were the correct Pick a Pipe.
Oh, Doom trying to air stall and falling just short the block he needed to get to the flag.
Dimitri's still trying to get through this something level, finding the P-switch section. Yeah, these jumps that he's doing now, far more precise than they appear, because if you knock the block above you, obviously,
And
you
both
can't
of
stand
them
it
have
anymore.
cleared it. Their
Yeah.
respective levels. Yeah, I believe.
Doom in chat there
believe-
realizing he should have skipped.
I believe Dimitri figuring out what Doom could on that level. And that might be Dimitri's chance at overtime as he skips the Snow Symphony level and
Yeah,
heads
the-
to Bowser boss battle. Two.
Yeah, the puzzle level was definitely something Doom sunk a bit of time into, but moving rapidly on for Dimitri.
Doom just having to guide this mushroom over does so. And Dimitri will shortly be heading into a Bowser fight.
Yeah, always good fun to see the sort of variety of level that you can get in Mario Maker. You know, these escort levels being one great example, and this boss fight being a less great example.
Yeah, the mole looks to have almost made it to the end. No, not yet, as Dimitri has now tied it up with less than a minute to go. It all depends on Monty.
Yeah, all eyes on Doom now to see whether we go into overtime.
Oh, he's got
whether
the
Doom can
bomb.
Clutch this out.
He has a P-switch now. Will this be it for Doomsday? He hits the P-switch. He now has the spring. Well, where does he take the spring? 15 seconds. Has to run across as fast as he can. 10 seconds. Oh, just
but
a
it's
checkpoint.
Not what you wanted to see.
This will be overtime.
Oh, what an overtime it'll be. One set to each player here, and we're going into the overtime to decide the match. Such a close match. I really thought Dooms was going to find the flag there. I didn't know what more they could possibly expect of a player after those two escorts.
Yeah, if that had been the flag instead of a checkpoint, we would not be seeing what we will. But instead, we get treated with a Game 3 overtime.
Yeah, you know, and like we were talking about earlier, overtime's so exciting. Both runners on the same level. No skips, no chance to change level, just who beats the level first. Could be anything. We could be looking at a troll level or a speed run, or like last week, Dimitri and Chocobo had a auto scroll level that came down to a frame between the two runners.
And they look to be heading into a Japanese level. 28-second world record. New Super Mario Bros. Theme. Both these runners getting set. This will determine the winner of the match. A Game 3 overtime.
Yeah, not a very popular level. Only 2 clears to 25 plays. So, really could be anything.
Yeah, just from the photo there, it looks to be get in the door and drop down to the flag. But we will see what this level is as both these runners are off. And Doom finding a Kaizo block.
Yeah, definitely an advantage over Dimitri here, as Dimitri just finds it there. Oh, Doom choosing to jump off the vine and pick up a fire flower, as Dimitri riding to the top and finding a door. There are
See, we know
doors.
there's a door at the end. Oh, he finds a door into the spike. But as soon as Dimitri picks up the power-up, he might have it. Let's see if Doom
he
can
knows.
make it through.
Knows which
The
door
flag
to
is
take.
there. He's got it.
Oh,
That will be the overtime victory for Doomsday over Dimitri. Finding the power-up first, running straight to the axe, and he will take the win over Dimitri. 2-1, 10-9. And let's see if we can get either of these guys, as they are both in chat for interviews.
Yeah, I mean, what an incredible game. Dimitri finding the door that we were talking about earlier that goes straight to the end and setting the world record at 19.2 seconds. However, Dooms, almost looks like he took the creator's intended path and bouncing his way through. Both of them massively lifting the clear percentage on that level, though, with those two very rapid clears.
Dimitri getting the world record right after Doomsday got it must be a sad consolation for Dimitri to pick it up. Okay, so we will not be able to have interviews at this time, but stay tuned for the next 5 upcoming GSA matches. I'm Sean47. Here with me is Avalon in the booth. We will see you all. Peace.
They are synced.
They are synced now. Do whatever. In the lead again.
Wow.
Side for sure from Cheese. Okay, doing it, moving.
Oh no, the cheese falls!
Cheese